Hello there again. Welcome back. As you can probably tell, this is a slightly different format than our normal review videos. This originally was going to be a much more in-depth review, but unfortunately weather did not cooperate. So instead, this is more of just a small review along with videos that we took along the way up to Sprague Lake area of Rocky Mountain National Park. The drive you're seeing right now is from Lyons, Colorado, up to Estes Park via Route 36, along with continuing on to Rocky Mountain National Park to head up to the Sprague Lake area specifically. For those that are unfamiliar with Rocky Mountain National Park, it's a large U.S. national park about an hour and a half northwest of Denver, Colorado. This part you're seeing today is only a small part of it, but a really beautiful section of the park to check out. It's well worth it if you could ever make a trip out this way. Currently, Rocky Mountain National Park is doing timed entry, which depends on the season and what time of day you're there. But if you're planning a trip out there, just keep in mind that there may be timed entry in play where you'll need to book entry times in advance and all the fun that comes with that. So just a little planning tip there. Unfortunately, we didn't catch the park entrance booths on the video. As it was a while, we were sitting forever in traffic. It does get very traffic jammy leading up to those entrance gates for the park. So we didn't catch that part, but we did save you a lot of time of just staring at the car in front of us forever. The drive video will actually make it all the way up to Bear Lake of Rocky Mountain National Park, and that's because, well, we simply missed our turn up to Sprague Lake and went past it all the way up to the Bear Lake section. That whole section of the park is very beautiful, lots of scenery and points just to pull over and admire the view, and I really can't recommend it enough. For those that may be unfamiliar with the area or don't travel into the mountains much, it isn't a very scary drive or anything like that. While it has some twists and turns along the way, both in the Route 36 area and in Rocky Mountain National Park itself, it's not a particularly bad drive. You have to watch out for some single lane areas each way, where you just sometimes get stuck behind a slow-moving RV or something like that. So just be a little patient, or be prepared to be patient, and that'll go a long way on that drive. Also, when traveling when it's colder, just keep an eye on the forecast, especially for snowfall, and also especially for shaded spots, even if it looks clear on most of the road. There can be some small waterfalls where water comes out in the road and you come around a bend. If it's been freezing or in a shaded area where maybe it's warmer elsewhere, sometimes you can come around a corner and there will be some ice there. So just speaking from experience, having previously done that there at Rocky Mountain National Park. When you get to the main Beavers Meadow Park entrance, right after the booth, you immediately are presented with a choice of going straight onto Trail Ridge Road, which goes all the way through the mountains to the other side of the park near Grand Lake, Colorado, or taking a left to Bear Lake Road. Just a small note on Trail Ridge Road, it's only fully open for parts of the year when it's warm, as otherwise it's buried in snow. This day in particular, we just took the left up to Bear Lake Road, which shockingly leads to Bear Lake, but also it has our target of Sprague Lake along the way. If you're planning on heading all the way up to Bear Lake, just know that the parking lot up there fills up pretty quick, but they do have along the way an earlier parking lot with shuttle buses to get up there, and they'll ferry you on up there, which works fine. I'll point that out on the drive video later on. So at this point, I will just shut up, turn over the sped up drive video, and I'll check back in with you towards the end when we'll have some more videos at the end there of nature or wildlife, and just a quick peek also around of a hotel that we stayed at in Estes Park. So I'll catch you closer towards the end of this video, so I'll check back in with you then. hey, you made it. At this point, I'd just like to kind of sum things up, I guess, a little bit, since it's mostly more video than audio. Rocky Mountain National Park is a fantastic national park. If you get a chance to make it out there, by all means, do so. Just a really beautiful park. The little town of Estes Park that's next to it, which don't be confused, that's not Estes Park, is not a park, it's a town. But it's a quaint little town, lots of shops and things to do there. It's right by the entrance to the national park there. And also where we stayed at the Aspen Winds on Fall River, just a really great place, couldn't recommend it enough. So if you're looking for any kind of negatives out of here, traffic kind of was just not great. Now granted, there was a lot of construction going on in Estes Park at the time, but it takes just a little bit to get there from, if you're coming into the Denver area, it takes just a little bit to get up that way. But it's a scenic drive. You will have to be patient with drivers. Some are, you got one way each way that can kind of, slow things down if you got someone slow in front of you. But just be patient, enjoy the scenery. All in all, though, just a great area of the United States to visit if you get a chance, popping out there. And at this point, I'll turn it over to nature. Enjoy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hummingbirds.